I'll meet you back at the shop. Good week this week at the Hot Rod Shop. You know what we got going on? We are going to jump into a 1980 Z28 Camaro. And it is going to go to the Cayman Islands. How cool is that? Also, we're going to be doing the creature comforts on my Chevelle. Oh yeah, that's going to be epically cool. Last but not least, I'm going to put some paint down on Rockin' Robin's 1963 F85 on steroids. If you love hot rods and muscle cars, man, this is the place to be. Look at these cars. Oh yeah, did I tell you something for sale? I'll go into that maybe next time. See ya. Come on. Don't tell me that is not sexy. What you're looking at there is a 495 horsepower LS3 installed by yours truly. I'm ready to roll this baby. Actually, let's go ahead and take it down. It just feels so good to put that body back on that chassis. That car is coming along nicely. We got to roll it up to the front, and we are going to start working on the creature comforts. That means I want to make it super comfortable and ergonomic to drive. Pedal heights, seat location, stick shift location, that's all got to be worked out to make it super enjoyable to drive. Who wants to just put these things in their garage, man? This is built to drive like cross country. You get it. And then we got to find out if we can get through all the gears, or we might have to pull the plate and modify that. Well, have you ever seen when people put in like a 4-speed or a 6-speed, like a 5-speed or a 6-speed, and they don't modify their console, and then you're jamming the shifter into the side of the console's moving, it's like, yeah, that's quality. Okay, we got power to that, we got power to that. We're just gonna make a couple jumpers, Murph.
Never tried powering home speakers with car audio, so.
So this is kind of interesting, right? Integrating the latest technology into the old Chevelles or A-bodies that we're working on right now. I want to have CarPlay, but I want navigation, I want audio. And what I found out so far is we're probably going to have to put some kind of a mechanical interface. So what I'm thinking about doing is integrating that into the dashboard. Let me show you. So adding CarPlay right here, right? This style here. I'm working on that. I'm going to need an interface here. Let me just draw that real quick. We're going to need a knob, and we're going to put accessories. I like the original design of the Chevelle, so I'm trying not to mess with that. I do this kind of stuff like all the time. This is like 2006. Collapsible, disposable water bottles. Oh, this is car interface, a biometric interface. We're saying for an old car, that's like the 38 Plymouth. Dude, 2006. House printer. I was going to print a whole house. And I think they actually do it now. Christmas lighting for cars. You can see cars. In the middle of my ink and toner days, oh, this is a different type of a motor that I came up with, a heat exchanger. I actually went over that with Carol Shelby. Looks pretty slick. Mm-hmm. What do you think? Mm-hmm. The whole goal is like, when it's all painted black and everything else, you get in the car, you can't tell it's there. Boom, you hit the key, and that thing goes, boom, the CarPlay pops up, your nav pops up, all that kind of stuff. The clutch pedal has to move just a touch that way. Okay. I don't think they're totally parallel, so I think it's got to move a touch that way.
Yeah, I just tweaked
I know. That. Yeah, so that was going to come over a little bit. You know what we're doing? This venture, we are focused on the creature comforts. The comfortable...
Sorry about the interruption.
That's okay.
I couldn't hardly resist.
We're getting there. Creature comforts, you know, the seat's got to be in a great position for, you know, anybody to be able to drive. That's the fly-by-wire pedal, so we're getting that in position. We actually moved the brake pedal and the clutch pedal over a little bit because these fly-by-wire pedals, let me show you this, kind of cool. So we're putting the fly-by-wire pedal right here, and this goes in I think it's from a Cadillac. So you buy them from General Motors. There's no mechanical connection between the gas pedal, like cars of old, like this used to have, and the throttle plate on the car, the throttle body. So this thing just plugs in, and it plugs in, it's connected to this here. So you don't have the old school choke cables and throttle cables and all the rest of the stuff that goes with it. It's called fly-by-wire. So these pedals are a little bit bigger. What we did is we went around and measured all the new cars that we had in inventory and the old cars, and we looked at the height and how this arrangement and see how it changed over the years. What we found is the newer cars are just a touch lower than the old cars. It's probably an ergonomic thing for people, so I wanted to make it as comfortable as possible for people to be able to drive it. Fly-by-wire. Kind of cool. Learn something every day. Pretty nice.
Got a lot of room for your big boat.
I feel like this should be lower. So you have it extended to the top.
Oh yes, correct. They're all the way up.
And they never are all the way up.
No, they're usually down
so
another 3/4 or so. But if you look at the height relationship between these pedals, these three pedals, and everyone else's, they're right there. Look at the first one we looked at. The distance between the gas pedal and the brake pedal is very great. See, Bill's in amazement as well.
It's a different situation though.
Next car.
Let's look at Carmen's car.
Come on.
Look at that
Same
one.
exact distance that I have on the Chevelle.
That one, yeah, similar, maybe better.
Same distance.
I'm biting my fingernails.
Over there.
Ah, now that's more level.
If you view it from this side, Scott, you'll really get a better feel for the dimension with the camera. From that side, it's no bueno. Come over here. Come over here and see how bad it really is. Check it. Look at it. Light it up. Light it up. See that? Look at the great distance from there to
But it just feels like an easier move.
Well, you know, anything that has association with me always seems more difficult and worse.
Only when you're talking.
That's what I get paid for.
Jeez Louise, man. Hey, you need to
Put a fucking timer on this too?
Jeez, we might. Oh, yes, we do. It's like setting a mousetrap.
No, I want you to
Oh,
get yours
oh.
I'm gonna go play the pinball or something.
Might as well. This shit ain't gonna turn now. Because it's too close to flip it.
in. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Alright, I'm going home. We're gonna be here a while. Could you please? Look at this fucking thing. Unbelievable.
He's moving like greased lightning now.
Right? You got it? Yeah, I haven't made that look easy, didn't he?
That's because he saw how not to do it. I told him how not to do it.
Man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime.
Pretty simple idea, actually. It's just a tool that you use to set back spacing on the tires to the rims. I'm actually going to order a set of Krager's 17-inch rim. I'm trying to get the biggest tire I can to fill up that wheel well as much as possible. Like I said before, I like it when there's a lot of rubber on it, not a little donk. You know, they're called Murph, they're called donks. I don't want a little tiny sidewall. I want to have a little bit of enjoyable ride, and if you get a little bit of sidewall, you can actually have a little bit better ride. We're getting close. Question mark. Chris. Factory. Needs new shoes. That's what we're doing. We're fitting the shoes. 1/4. This is slick, tucked in look of a sexy, period correct style rim and tire. Look at that. The Cooper, Cobra, Radial GTs, or the BFGs, which is the, BF Goodrich Radial TAs. Those are the brands. Those are the iconic brands and the look that I'm looking for on the car. And it's gonna be great for honestly cross-country driving. It's gonna be amazing. Like, it's gonna be more comfortable than riding on a skinnier tire. I'm going for the comfort with that thing because it's made to go cross-country comfortably. I'm leaving the trunk in full position so you can actually put your luggage in it and go. It's comfy.
Building a wall. My first time doing steel. So we'll see how it turns out, man. Just don't look at the bubble with the camera and everything will be fine.
Ta-da! Our walls are getting finished. I love this. You know why I love it? Because it's actually nice and warm in there, and the rest of this place can stay kind of cool. This is actually the place where I'm going to build the Chevelle factory. I wanted to contain the dirty work, cutting, the grinding, the heavy welding, the heavy fabrication, the milling, the machining, you know, all that stuff. It's nice to keep it contained because when we got the pretty cars over on this side, I can't have that stuff landing on it. Just like at the hot rod shop, the body shop is separate from my mechanical services now. The fabrication department is actually separate from where we're going to be building the Chevelles. It's going to be good, right in here. And watch.
Don't fight me. Just let me do that thing real quick.
Borla fuel injection on an LS3 going in that Camaro over there, and that's going to the Cayman Islands. What a combination, right? We got Borla, we got an LS3, we got a Camaro, and we got the Cayman Islands. And Happy Dave. He's the happiest man on the planet.
Any words of wisdom?
You know how I talk about the car lifestyle, right? How cars impact our lives. You know, you had the cool car when you were young, or your dad had this car or that car. All that. This is gonna be a fire-breathing dragon. This is my idea. It's really cool when a car brings a family together. And let me tell you about this Cayman Camaro. So a gentleman lived locally and passed away. And he had this cool Camaro that he was starting to work on. His passion was cars. His family all loves cars, actually. And after he passed away, they didn't quite know what to do with the car. So they found our shop, they saw some of the builds that we had built, and they reached out to us and brought it to us. And here's what's really cool. The dad's here, his sister's here, his other brother's here, and his one brother lives in the Cayman Islands. So he wants us to finish this car and actually ship it down there so the family can use it when they get together in the Cayman Islands. How cool is that, right? The car lifestyle rings true in this one, doesn't it? The Cayman Island Camaro. Tell me you wouldn't want that under your hood. That's a Borla fuel injection system that's coupled with a Holley Terminator X. Brand new GM62, and it's the high horsepower 525 coupled with a 5-speed TKX Tremec transmission. We just are waiting for the drive shaft to come in because we actually set the gears to accommodate where this car is going to go. Anyways, mechanical's done, wiring's done, everything's fitted. Over now to the body shop. If you notice on the back emblem, it's got a gold hue to it, so that would mean it would have the gold Z28 stripes. That's kind of cool in 1980. It's a good look. They didn't realize the car actually came with that, but I showed them some pictures, so they're considering it. We're also considering blacking out some of the chrome around the windshield. Very common, very cool. All right. Hey, brother, how you doing?
Don't hey brother me.
What do you mean?
You drive this.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
It's a good car.
He was working on my car, and this is what he gave me to drive. This is his loaner car, and I got to tell you what happened. So I thought there was a squeak in it. I thought it was the music. I kept turning down the music, and I heard squeaks.
Yeah?
And something got up on my neck and nibbled on my neck.
Stop it.
A rat is in that car.
Stop
from
it.
Fox Lake. Dude, I'm telling you, I heard squeaking. It's a rat in that car. So look, I'm done.
I'm so sorry.
I'm done.
Dude.
No,
I'm
you
so
should.
sorry.
There's a rats in that car. That's the kind of quality loaner you get at Studio Hotrods. That's a real rat rod. There's a rat in there.
There's nothing.
I'm telling you, there's something in there. Come on.
Oh!
There's a rat. What is it? Well, I hope it's not a cat.
You have a cat?
I don't have a cat. Could be a neighbor's cat, I guess. It was making noises like a mouse.
See anything?
Oh, God, creepy.
I'm not going
Oh.
in it. I think we gotta open it.
No, I don't want to open it. I don't want to be here when you open it.
There's nothing in there.
Maybe if you put a little cheese on your nose and stick your head in there. Okay, we ready? I gave you the key. Oh, man. Is it a rat, a cat, or a raccoon? What is it? Or a squirrel? Oh!
Oh! There he is! There he is!
There's something in there! Come on, little buddy.
Did you train the squirrel?
I don't know where he is. Come on, little guy! Hey, he's got the equipment!
Oh, I'll be back.
Do you have a secret squirrel expert?
No.
Can we phone a friend?
Wow.
I don't think he's really happy with me. I mean, I get it why he's pissed. Here's the squirrel in the car. Ah! Shit! He's there! He's there! He's there! Hey, yeah! Great! He's gone!
Did it run out?
Yes, we got him.
What was it?
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Do you have a rabies shot or anything?
Yeah, I wonder if I need to get a rabies shot.
Oh.
Oh, this is great. Next time I'm taking that beauty. Don't you think you should have given me this beauty?
No, that didn't have a squirrel on it when it left. I think you
Didn't have a squirrel when it left. Okay. God.
Yeah, so we're finally getting Rockin' Robin's car in the booth to paint it. It's kind of cool because we're going to do a pearl effervescent on the top, which is a 3-stage paint, and then we're going to do 2-stage paint on the bottom. Also, the top is a water-based paint, and the bottom is solvent-based because we shoot both. Anyways, it's all about color and look. So after we get it in color and clear, we'll take it all the way down to 3,000, wet sand it, and buff it out. It's going to be so perfect. Perfect. What's up, Richard?
How you doing, Harry?
Good. By the way, did I mention it's going to be perfect? It is. It's slick. Gorgeous, right? It's a finished like a mirror. So after we've painted all the parts independently, we'll go ahead and throw it back together, and then we'll take it over to the interior shop. Anyways, Robin's car is coming along real nice. She signed off on the final details of the interior and the look and the style. You see how you got that big tunnel inside of Robin's F85 to accommodate the lowered stance of the car and the very flat install of the motor. Lots of guys, you pop up a hood on a car and you look at it and that motor is pointing way down because they're trying to fit it between the tunnel and the trans mount, and they wiggle it in there like this, and then you got this angle on there. Not gonna make for a real good feel. So to get things flat and straight, like the Camaro that's right there, like the F85 that's here, sometimes you gotta lift up that tunnel in the center of it and give yourself some more room for the drive shaft to line up correctly. I know it sounds technical, but it's really not. Nice seat, bad seat. Good girl, bad girl. Her grandma's butt sat in those seats. And that's why it's a grandma hot rod, because her grandma taught her to drive in the car. And that is where that young lady's butt sat when she was learning how to drive a car. Isn't that cool? So these seats have to stay. Have to. It's not even an option not to. All right, off to the interior shop. See ya. The truck looks like this, doesn't it? It's just a menacing look to that truck. Actually, next week, we're gonna dive deep into that truck. But we had a great week this week, didn't we? Painting Robin's car. We also made it great headway with the Chevelle. You know, how cool is that? All back together. You know, it's like reunited and it feels so good. What a fun, the Cayman Island Camaro, the car lifestyle. That's what we got here. It really is. And then my crazy friend, Cow. Yeah, good week. Anyways, next week could be even better. Like, subscribe, do that stuff, and I'll see you next week. Peace out.